Welcome to Family Features, a podcast for anyone who wants to experience healthy relationships within their family. This is Dr. Corey Gilbert, and I'm honored to come alongside you to encourage, educate, and equip you as we focus on the different relationships that make us family. Let's get started and focus on today's feature. Have you ever heard of the terms fight, flight, and flight? Did you know that there's a third word that's actually kind of coupled with that, or tripled with that, I guess you could say, that is the word freeze. Now, I'm going to give you in a few minutes two more words to add to that, other words that start with the F that I have over the last few months and years kind of been realizing are critical here. A lot of the parts of us, a lot of the emotions we have, we learn to fight them or to run from them, fight or flight. And then sometimes we freeze. Something triggers us and we just get frozen. For some of us, we have anxiety and it comes like a wave and we fight it and it just gets worse. Or we run from it and it just gets worse. And if we freeze in it, it even gets worse. It gets trapped in the body. It comes out in mental health issues. It comes out in physical health issues. I strongly believe that a lot of our mental health and physical health issues are actually the result of trauma. And that we need to go back further and go deal with those things. But we don't have to go back in the past to deal with them. We need to deal with them today, now, in your body, in who you are today. Now, how do you do that? You don't fight your stuff. You don't run from your stuff, flee. You definitely don't let it freeze. What I want to have happen for you is that when you have a trigger or something that reminds you of something or takes you back into a memory, your heart rate doesn't jump up. You don't have this rush of adrenaline. That's the anxiety attack or kind of that overwhelm. Your body reacts, unconscious, triggers it, code, here's a story, boom, reaction. We want to take the power away from that, and that you recognize the trigger, you see it, but you let it flow. Fight, flight, freeze, flow. I want it to be like you're holding hands, two different people, and the energy just flows right through you. It doesn't get stuck with you. And we want to be able to have that, acknowledge it, and it flow through me, and me not be hijacked, me not be reacting and overreacting and being overwhelmed. And this is a critical skill to learn, to be able to let things flow. But the other word is face. There are some of the things in our life that we need to face, that we need to stop and turn at it and go, why are you here? Why are you messing with me? And it sounds weird, I know. It's me talking to myself, except you do that all the time. We all talk to ourselves. Why are you here? What are you doing? Why is that part of my story haunting me, chasing after me? And oftentimes there's a reason. There's a reason that it's reaching in and trying to mess with you. When we have past trauma, it reaches in and it tries to mess with us, almost like it's a little kid trying to get our attention. And we need to give it the attention. That I understand that I was not okay, that I was not safe, that I was not cared for, that I was not protected, that I was hurt, that I was harmed, that there was harm, and I'm so sorry. And here's what I'm going to do today to protect myself and to be wise and to be a person of wisdom and of faith and of strength and of boundaries. And I don't need you to protect me like that anymore or react like that anymore. And all of a sudden my body shifts, my brain shifts, my heart shifts, and I'm a different person. Fight, flight, freeze, flow, and face. When I face these things, they transform, they change. They don't have the same impact on me. My story is still the same, but my story is different. It's got like a different color to it. It's got a different hue. And that's what I want for you. I have a program called Trauma to Transformed, where I walk people, mostly women and sometimes couples, through this. Often with the couples, she's going through it. And her best asset, if she's married in a healthy relationship, her husband is her best asset. So I love working with couples on this. But work with women who want to go from trauma to transformed in a matter of weeks, rather than trying to do years of therapy, or feeling overwhelmed by trying to go back in the past and being further harmed from that. What I have found is it's walking through understanding what happened to me in my body, my brain, my head, my heart, my memories, and then understanding the different parts of who you are. That you're actually, when you get angry, it's a part of you that's angry, not the whole. That when you feel overwhelmed, it's a part of you that does, but there's other parts of you that are strong and stable and trustworthy. And that you're a lot more complicated than you probably realize. And then we talk through the impact of shame and the impact of hate and contempt, and how we cover shame with hate, and then we cover hate with performance and a mask that we put on. And I want to undo all that. I want to help you see that your powerlessness and your feeling betrayed by people that love you or those that harmed you are critical parts of your story, but they don't have to be the parts that actually take you out. And then how do I get out of this? How do I walk out of this? How does God redeem? Because he's the redeemer. It's when I lean into who he is and when I lean into what he wants for my life. And here's the scary part. It's when I can start dreaming again. That's what I want for you. I don't know if that's what you want yet, because oftentimes you just want to survive. But I want to see you be able to dream again, take risks again, trust again, but also have major boundaries. And so what I find that comes with risking again, what comes with trusting again, is higher boundaries, more boundaries between you and your spouse, between those that you love, those you work with, those that are in your life, everyone. But we have to transform how I see boundaries, because oftentimes we see them as unloving. I see them as very loving and very critical to our health and well-being and wholeness. God is the Redeemer. I would love to be your guide. And if you're interested, go to trauma2transform.com. trauma2transform.com. And there you'll actually be able to download a free guide, watch a little video clip, and then book a time with me for us to talk and see how we can do this in a matter of weeks instead of months and years. How you can get the support you need to transform who you are. And then how you can do that in community, which is what I've got going as a group of people who want to feel and live different. And I love seeing what the results. I've been doing this for 21 years. It's so crazy to think about that. And a college professor for over 16 years, and love being able to see people's lives transformed. I believe in you, and I believe you can do this. And now you have to do the hard work. I get to be your guide. I get to also watch God do amazing things in your life. So if this is something that's pricked you, that's of interest to you, that's a challenge to you, is an encouragement to you, let's partner up. Let's do this. So go to trauma2transform.com, fill out that information, watch the little video clips, and then let's get on a Zoom call and let's talk. Because I want to see you, 2021, your life changed forever. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to the Family Features Podcast. It has been an honor to serve. Find out more about Dr. Gilbert and his resources for you and your family's growth and success at healinglives.com. And if you think you could use some support along the way, be sure to book that call at bookdrg.com. And one more thing, if you found this helpful, please share this podcast with others so that we can change the world together.